Mac Movies back in the movie room, and I've mostly just been doing hauls lately for hauls that I'm really excited about, or packages I'm really excited about, which I have today. It's so big I don't even want to lift it up because this is probably one of the heavier boxes of movies I think I've gotten. So I'll tell you what it is and tell you about the store that I guess not everybody knows about. I have talked about it before several times. Yeah, this is crazy. This is a heavy box of movies. It's pretty because there's a couple box sets. So let me talk about the deal. Before I get into that, check out the description section for ways that you can help out the channel, including hitting the thumbs up, leaving a comment. Let's get into this. So Please Rewind on eBay is the store. It is basically, it's an all Sony store. It's basically kind of like Universal has Grove, Sony has Please Rewind. However, Grove does have like Warner Brothers and Shout Factory and Lionsgate. So Grove does have some other stuff. Please Rewind is all Sony. And their prices aren't always good. You gotta keep an eye on the deals they have. Sometimes they'll have a like buy $75, get $10 off, or 20% off if you get 3, or 15% off if you get 3. Prices fluctuating. So I think it was, and I kind of check them every once in a while, but I was looking at the Blu-ray.com message board. I found out they were having some deals through that, and it was 15% off if you buy 3 or more. And really, really good prices. Better prices than I've ever seen. A lot of 4Ks, I think, were like $9.30. So after the deal, it's like $7.90 for regular 4Ks. They had Steelbooks, which some of the Steelbooks had sold out before I got in there. There was some for like 13, some for I think like 11. Some really good deals. We'll take a look at what I got. Blu-rays. The Blu-rays weren't as good of prices generally, but I did get a few of those also. So we'll take a look. I'll talk about my selections and some box sets. I had been kicking myself for missing out on one box set in particular, but now this is a better deal than it's ever been. That happens sometimes, you know, when you miss out on a deal. Unless it's like a super out of print thing that you're never going to be able to find for that price again, then it's like son of a gun. But this is something that was still in print, so I was just kind of patient with it. It was fairly affordable, I think, around Amazon Prime Day, but it did end up dropping well below what it was on Amazon Prime Day. Let's take a look. So this is the main one that I was excited about, although a lot of this is actually what I was excited about. This ended up being, I think, well, let me check, because I actually posted this on Instagram, and I had calculated some of the prices. This was $76.50. It is an 11-film 4K collection, which not all these movies are necessarily movies that I wanted, but it is the Sony Pictures Classics 30th Anniversary Collection. This thing is a beast. I haven't opened up most of these. The only one I did open up was, well, you'll see it here in a little bit, one of my 4Ks that I wanted to see if it had digital code. So let's take a look at this. Run Lola Run is one that I definitely wanted bad. It is getting its own individual release here, which I'm not sure if that's going to be any different or not. And that one comes with a digital code. The interesting thing about this is no digital code. Which is part of why I wasn't going to pay a whole lot for it. I mean, 70-something bucks, this is a great deal, but I wasn't going to pay a whole heck of a lot for it. So Run Lola Run, probably the one I'm most excited about. It's just a great movie, and it's been a long time since I've seen it. I do have the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray was an early Blu-ray, so I suspect this 4K is quite a bit better. So excited to get that. That's highly recommended. This is a really good movie. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I have the Steelbook. Now the version in this set is a superior version than the Steelbook version. Also, my Steelbook version skips in a couple places. They actually refunded me for it because it skipped. I didn't see any like issues with the disc. Actually, I think there was some very light scratches. It's surprising that those would cause any issues with the disc. But I'm really glad to get this one because this one's better. And I do love the movie. So Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Other ones that I am glad to be able to get here for 4K. The City of Lost Children, which is a really weird movie. And I honestly didn't make it through the whole movie, but I want to. And the picture quality on the Blu-ray, the US Blu-ray and the foreign Blu-ray are not very good. So I suspect this is quite an improvement. Really weird movie, though. The Devil's Backbone is another good one. I have the Criterion, so I don't know that I necessarily need the 4K, but I do have it in this set, so it'll open me up to be able to decide, do I want to sell the Criterion? Do I want to sell the 4K? So I'll have to figure that out. Orlando's one that I got at Goodwill on Blu-ray, but I never watched. It's supposed to be a pretty good movie, so I'm glad to be able to get that in this set. I'm also glad to be able to get Volver. That's a pretty highly regarded movie. Here's Volver right there. I've never watched it. I have it on DVD, but I'm pretty sure I don't have it on Blu-ray. Yeah, I don't think I do. So that'll be one. Now, ones I wasn't really interested in, we got The Celluloid Closet. I don't really know much about that movie at all. We have SLC Punk. Those two are both over here. So SLC Punk, Celluloid Closet. I don't really know anything about that either. We have Schenectady, New York, which Philip Seymour Hoffman, I believe, is in that movie. So I really don't know much about that either. These are basically the movies I'm most excited about right there on that side. Still Alice, I have the Blu-ray of that, which I got for free. Don't necessarily need the 4K of that at all. And then Call Me By Your Name, which just isn't really a movie that interests me, and I will never watch it. So maybe I'll just I actually have that on Blu-ray too. Yeah, so there's some on here I might even sell. I think they have their own individual cases. I guess I could open this up and kind of do like an unboxing of this set, although it's been out for a while. So if you're interested in it, you probably have already seen unboxings. But let's take a look at this baby. We're going to open this up on PMAC Movies. Okay. They all have slipcovers too. Wow, that's pretty nice. They all have Slippy Dippies. So here we have Orlando. That's the back apparently, actually. I didn't know they all had their own slipcover. Looks like these kind of like rolled around in the package. Hopefully it is an actual new item and not resealed. It looks fine. Not combo packs either. It's just the 4Ks, so that kind of stinks, but nonetheless. So some of the ones that I'm most excited about. Run Lola Run, the main one that I wanted. Run Lola Run. Great movie. I might actually pop this in if I have time. The issue is I do have some things to do today before we go and do some other stuff. So this is a really cool one. City of Lost Children. So it's nice that they do have their own slipcover and stuff because like you can sell these individually. So that's pretty neat. What else? I'm not going to show every single one. We got Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. It looks like, great movie, by the way. Great movie. It looks like the packaging on this might kind of slide into the slipcovers, but, I mean, it does protect them, but it looks like it might kind of rub up against them because there is some little issues there. And then, Volver. Penelope Cruz. Devil's Backbone, another cool one. If you don't have the Criterion, this is a good movie for sure. So really nice. This is a really nice packaging for this. You don't really see packaging like this with the box and then slipcovers. And then we do have a book. So for getting this for 70-something bucks, great deal. I mean, I might be able to sell some of these and get all my money back, possibly, from just a few of those movies. I don't know. We'll see. The second box set that I got, one that I wasn't as excited about, but I definitely wanted it at that price, and it is Columbia Classics 4K Ultra HD Collection Volume 3. So this has, first of all, some movies that I do already own. As good as it gets, I have the Australian imprint. This is probably better. Imprint isn't that great. So As Good as It Gets is a cool one to get, because that's a good movie also. From Here to Eternity was a movie that I had almost bought on Blu-ray a few times. So glad to be able to get that. Those are really the only two that have a whole lot of value to me, honestly. But this was $42, and it comes with either a digital code or a digital code for each of these movies. I'm not sure how this is packaged. So the other ones, The Last Picture Show, which I have watched. I have it on a Criterion set, so I didn't really, need it necessarily on 4K, but that's fine. Annie, the movie Annie, which I may have this on Blu-ray. Annie. To Sir with Love, which I have the UK one. So let's take a look at this too. I'm interested in how this is packed, if they each have their own case or whatever. It doesn't seem like it would in this kind of packaging, but I was kind of confused with what I was reading about this set. So first of all, the outer box isn't totally mint here. So that's interesting. You can open it up, open up the top, and there's like a book. I don't even know how this thing opens, quite honestly. Okay. So there's a book. So do you have to, let's show you here. There's a book on the top, and then like, I don't know, do I have to take off the J card? It looks like you almost, it would be hard to get to it if you don't take off the J card, but let's see if I can get this book out of here. PMAC, we want to see more movies. So here's the Columbia Classics 4K Ultra HD Collection Volume 3 book, which the other volumes didn't go anywhere close to this cheap, I don't believe. So this one wasn't a great seller, maybe. I'm not totally sure how to get these out. It looks like maybe you do have to remove the J card here, and it's not super, like, I don't want to wreck it. I feel like I'm gonna have to bend it to remove it. So I might have to do, yeah, it looks like you pull these out, actually. If I could pull them out at the same time. But is there enough time on PMAC movies? It doesn't look like, I think I have to take the J card off. So let's just put that off to the side. Now it's gonna bend up because it doesn't have the book in there. Deal with that later. So let's continue on. Let's take a look next at the Steelbooks, which are at the bottom of my pile. So just great prices, I thought, on these. This was like $19 minus 15%, so it was less than $17. It is Ghostbusters 1 and 2. I have the 2-pack Blu-ray, which I got, I think I paid $5, sold the code for $6 or $7. So I got the Blu-ray for free. It was going to have to be pretty cheap for me to get the 4K of these. And it happened. To be able to get this for less than $18 for both movies on 4K. Love the first one. Second one, still a pretty fun one. So really glad to be able to get that. And it does have the Blu-rays also. So this is a combo pack. It says it does have new special features. I don't know. The Oprah Winfrey Show. Cast of Ghostbusters 2, June 1989. Interesting. He got a little Oprah there as a special feature. I want my money back, baby. Then I believe this was like $11 before the discount. Another one, I didn't necessarily need this. I enjoyed the movie. I've seen it once. I figured at $11 for the Steelbook, 4K Steelbook, I'd go ahead and grab Zombieland, and I did. I believe I had one more. And this is a movie I would like to rewatch also. I do have the Blu-ray of this. Holy cow, the Steelbook is got a nice dent in it, actually. I didn't notice that. It is The Last Dragon here on 4K. This is a fun movie, but like I said, I do need to watch it again. It did get a nice dent right there. Holy cow. I'm going to have to set that aside because I'm going to have to look into that. Let's take a look at some slipcover editions, which I did get a few. Sony slipcovers are like first pressing and then they're gone. I did get the slipcover for Glory 4K. This is the Blu-ray 4K digital combo pack. It did get dinged up in the one corner. I wasn't expecting it to get a slipcover for it at all, but yeah, it did get dinged. Actually, it's pretty dinged up all along the top there, quite honestly, but could be worse. It could be from Amazon in a bubble mailer. It would be way worse than that, trust me. Then we got a movie that wasn't high up on the list, but when you can get it for, these were all $7.90. And it's, holy crap, what the hell happened to this? Man, I'm seeing some issues. We got 1776. Take a look. What the heck happened to that? We got another issue. Set that aside. Man, that's strange. And then this is a Blu-ray for a movie that's somewhat recent, and I wanted, and it's not supposed to be a great movie, but I was interested in it. Knights of the Zodiac here, and I did get the slipcover for this, which is in pretty decent shape. It's not totally mint, but it's in pretty decent shape. So I was glad that came with the slipcover. And then we got some more, well, I guess we can go with, this was like $8 before the deal. It is Resident Evil Death Island. They had the 4K of this, 4K Steelbook for $15. For like half the price, I'll just go with the Blu-ray. It's not a movie that I really need on a 4K Steelbook. Then I got The Bridge on the River Kwai, which, I don't know. I snagged it. I do have the Blu-ray in a 2-pack that I got very cheap. This is a good one because I think the Blu-ray edition isn't that great, which I do own. It is adaptation here on 4K. I could throw this in a combo pack if I use one of my 2-disc Blu-ray cases. So 4K digital adaptation, that's a cool one. Good movie, one that I'd like to rewatch. Then we got Final Fantasy, Spirits Within. So I definitely have this on Blu-ray also, but I thought for that price with the digital code and everything, I would beer. I had recently got this from Amazon, but the copy was kind of beat up, so I ordered it again, and I'll return the Amazon one. It is 2012 here. A little John Cusack. This has been released several times on Blu-ray already, and this has a loose disc. It is a Karate Kid here on 4K. Classic. It is a 4K Blu-ray digital combo. Hopefully it's the Blu-ray that's loose, but it'll probably be the 4K. And then we got Black Hawk Down, which I've actually never seen. I do have it on Blu-ray, but I figured, I'm never going to be able to get this price again, so I snagged it. Then we got Stand By Me, which is actually a movie that I only watched probably once, and I didn't like it that much, so I think I need to give it another chance because it's considered, a very good movie, so I'm going to watch that again on 4K. And then I know this has a Steelbook, which is supposed to be better, but this was quite cheap, and I'll take the little bit cheaper. This has a loose disc too. Godzilla here on 4K. So I have to set that over in the concerns pile. These are two movies that I absolutely love, both of them actually, and I do not need the 4K of these, But when it's $11 minus 15% for 2 plus 2 codes, you beer. It is The Equalizer and The Equalizer 2. Yes, this was $11 before the discount. $11 and change before the discount. So that was a beer me. This is a movie. I like this one to a certain degree. Not one of my favorites, but for that price, again, I decided to go ahead and grab District 9. I do have the Blu-ray with the slipcover, so I'll probably just put the slipcover over that. Of course, I do have this on Blu-ray also. It is Final Fantasy VII Advent Children Complete on 4K. I love Final Fantasy VII. Was glad to finally be able to get this. I did watch this movie, and while it's not a great movie, I was entertained by it. It is Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City 4K. I had almost bought the Blu-ray of this, and it would have been for about the same price as I got the 4K. I believe it might have even been a little bit more for the Blu-ray, possibly. And then lastly, the only one that I did open because I wanted to see if it had the digital code. It does not. It is Close Encounters of the Third Kind, which again, I do want to give another chance to because this is like a classic movie that old PMAC just, I didn't get it. I did not get it. I don't have nostalgia from this. And I don't know, I just didn't like it that much when I watched it a few years ago. But glad to be able to get a lot of stuff here. I do, again, like I said in my last video, I need to start selling quite a bit of stuff. Like, a lot of these, I already have the Blu-rays. So the Blu-rays, like, something has to go. So that's everything here on PMAC Movies. And I do have a bunch of other things to do here today. So, got to get going quick. Thanks for watching. Leave some feedback. And we'll see you next time on PMAC Movies, baby.